Adam, the Lord Commander told me that you could need help with your inquiry.
That's right. Another bloody chore for me. That'll teach me to be the smart one amongst our brothers.
This is serious, Flowers. Some of our brothers betrayed their oath and tried to kill me.
I know full well how serious this is, but I've never had to sort out a problem like this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
What do you have to go on at the moment?
I've examined your 3 victims, Theomar, Dick, and Veon. Those 3 were messed up all right, but each of them had received 20 silver stags for their betrayal. There's little doubt that such a sum came from Donnelly.
That's highly likely. Any clues as to who else might have accepted the offer?
The only way of knowing would be to question every brother who might have met our visitors while they were staying at Castle Black.
I shall have to talk to them all then. And maybe my hound can find an interesting trail. What else can you tell me?
I believe I've identified all the suspects. We've gathered them all here and blocked off all means of access. I thought we could leave them all to stew a bit, just to see what happens.
Adam, what can you tell me about our crippled crows?
The traitors we're looking for at Castle Black are brothers who will have had direct dealings with Donnelly, and were prepared to betray their oath for gold. First of all, there's Jonas. He's always had a flair for shady dealings. He's drawn to strangers and their gold, like a moth to a flame. I'm sure he's made a deal or two with our visitors one way or another. He's the one who worries me the most. More surprisingly, there's Grants. The old man spent quite a lot of time with our visitors. I've learned that one of your rangers, Bartram, had been up to no good with these strangers. I've summoned him along with the others. Lastly, we have the inseparable Arthur and Trebor. Arthur is the smarter of the two, and has always taken care of his friend, as you probably know already.
Anyone else?
We're missing one final suspect. Domeric disappeared from Castle Black. We think he's already fled. He probably found out everything that was going on before you wrote your report. What's strange to me is that there are no horses missing from the stables.
He'll be caught with ease by our rangers, or by House Stark if need be. I will try to separate the wheat from the chaff amongst those we have already.
I'm glad I can count on you, Moors. I've never had to handle such a delicate business. I hear many rumors of your ability to see and hear things without being caught. If you can use this gift to help me, I'd be much indebted to you. I think they are. They warm themselves at our fire, they eat our bread.
I'm telling you, calm down and relax, else we'll be spotted.
But I...
Shut your mouth!
So, Trebor, do you still like men?
What? You piece of shit. Do you want to end up like that other one?
I told you to keep your bloody mouth shut.
That was too easy. Finish your story or face the consequences.
It was an accident, all right?
That'll be for me to decide. Continue.
Domeric came to see us, just after our visitors turned up. His pockets were well lined. He tried to get us to join Sir Donnelly. He told us they needed some proper swordsmen.
That treacherous bastard. I taught him a lesson.
Trebor is hot-headed, but he's a good lad. He just wanted to show that disloyal shit where he could shove his offer. That bloody fool Domeric tried to defend himself, and things got out of hand. It all got nasty after that. Before we could explain the situation to Mormont, you came back from your mission, and there was total chaos. We thought it better to stay quiet and pretend it never happened. We hid his body in the snow, in the old outbuildings. I swear, we would have tried to tell you as soon as everything had calmed down.
I understand. I'll turn a blind eye to it.
Really? I swear by the gods, Moors, we're in your debt. You can ask anything of us, anything at all.
Did you see anything that might be of interest to me?
Well, there might be something. Ever since that accident, I've kept my eyes open. And I did notice something strange. When everyone was gathered in the common hall, Flowers posted guards at the doors.
To keep you out. What's strange about that?
The strange thing was that I saw one of the guards speaking with one of the suspects.
All right, who was it?
They had their hoods up, so I couldn't tell. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but when you came to question it, I remembered that it seemed a little suspicious.
Sir, no name. Well, I knew it wouldn't be that simple.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help to you, Moors. It shan't be easy to follow such a portrayal.
Don't trouble yourself with it. I'm used to such problems. If there are traitors amongst us, they'll not reveal themselves gladly. But I have ways.
We can't. I've told you. By the 7th, trust me.
I'd quite like to see my family too.
Bartram, we need to talk.
Moors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
Several brothers spent time with Donnelly and his men when they were here.
Aye. I heard about Theomar and his 2 friends, those half-witted brothers. What idiots. I wonder where they were hoping to flee.
Because Godric didn't offer you anything?
He didn't. I didn't even speak to that knight. I can't abide arrogant men like that. If I wanted to dishonor myself, I wouldn't be so stupid as to do it so close to Castle Black. And where would I go? South?
You're a good ranger. Always vigilant.
Thank you for the compliment. But I owe everything to you.
Can you tell me anything about the other suspects?
You mean apart from Trevor seeming even more on edge than usual? He's usually quite the nervous man, but he's become damn dangerous. Something's not right, if you ask me.
I will look into that. Anything else to add?
Jonas seems to be having a run of luck recently. He gave credit to several brothers, which is unlike him.
I will see if all this leads to anything.
What do you think they're doing here? We give a damn what they think. Anyway, they'll only be here.
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
I've heard you've become quite wealthy in the past few days. I'd like to know where all that coin is coming from.
My wages don't bring in all that much. Just something to pass the time, really. Don't believe every rumor you hear. Except the ones about the size of my manhood, of course.
I thought you were too clever to be outwitted. Why did you accept the offer from that rat Godric?
I didn't accept anything, but I was happy to take gold from that group of half-wits.
Do you deny receiving gold from Godric Donnelly?
Oh no, I don't deny anything. I gladly relieved that arrogant bunch of knights of their coin. Dice, cards, small wages. I did very well.
He didn't propose anything to you personally? Maybe for a favor?
I make a deal now and again, but that's it. I'm definitely not getting involved in the affairs of lords. That never ends well.
I know what you might think, Moors, but I promise you I'm telling the truth. I pocketed his coin, and that was it.
You seem to tell the truth. But I'll be watching you, Jonas.
Thank you for believing me and for not ruining my little business, Moors. Here, let me give you this, as a kindness.
Grant's old friend. How long have you been at the wall, old man?
My boy, you'd be better off asking me if I've ever lived anywhere else.
I actually came to ask you something else.
I'd bet a night in a whorehouse that you've come to talk about treason, Moors. I've already spoken to Adam. He's a good lad. A shame he's so serious. What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
Tell me about our visitors. You spent some time with them, didn't you?
I mingled a bit, yes. As I usually do when we have guests. It's rare to have fresh news nowadays. I don't let opportunities like that go by.
And were you able to find anything out?
Anything? Like what, for example?
Like gold changing hands, or one of our brothers accepting gold from Godric, for example.
Gods be good. No, I don't think I saw anything like that.
You don't think so? Or you don't know?
No, I didn't see anything of the sort.
Are you certain?
I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than that, my boy. What happened?
Listen to me clearly, Grants. Some of our brothers have betrayed us, and certain people think that you're involved.
That cannot be! How dare you?
So, I will ask you once more, and once only. Are you sure you cannot help me?
Well, there are Arthur and Trebor. They've cut themselves off from the others, and they both seem really nervous.
Interesting. Anyone else?
I also saw Bartram speaking with Donnelly just before you left. They went off to talk in private. That's really as much as I know. I hope this proves useful, Morse.
It might well be. Thank you, Grants. Now, go warm yourself up.
But then they are knights, and you're just poachers. What exactly are you doing? So good. Just a few more hours.
What now?
He didn't try? Are you certain?
I told you. I didn't exchange a word with that minor southern lordling.
Yet Grants saw you with him.
I don't understand. Hold on. Maybe I do remember. Yes, we traded a few words when I took him to the top of the wall, but nothing of any importance. He asked me what life was like at the wall, if I was proud to be a member of the Night's Watch, that sort of thing.
I see. You should have told me. I will see what to make of this.
Exactly. But if it's none of our business... We make those...
And there will be none for you. I found it. It's mine. Go and find your own, you beggars. Westford, what in the seven hells are you doing here?
Why did you leave your post? What are you sticking your nose into instead of watching this exit? What were you doing, Gawain?
I have the right to stretch my legs. Why don't you mind your own affairs?
Show me what you were doing in there.
Nothing that concerns you. Go back to where you came from, Moors. Consider that a friendly piece of advice.
You were charged with watching the doors, is that right? Can you explain why you were filling Bartram's bag with supplies, while under orders to watch the doors?
Dan! You were not supposed to see that.
Exactly.
What now?
And yet look what I found, thanks to your friend Gawain.
Shit.
A bag full of Godric's supplies and gold. How do we explain that?
What's the good in denying it? We were planning on taking advantage of the other deserters. Those fools would have fled straight for the south, with your dogs hot on their heels. With Donnelly's gold, we could have bribed the sentries and had time to disappear.
While you two went up into the wildlands, right?
You know the wildlings as well as I do, Moors. A brave man with a sword can carve out a good life for himself over there. I'm fed up with freezing my rosy ass to defend a kingdom that doesn't give a damn about us. We're as good as dead here.
We've taken an oath. We are the Watchers on the walls.
And what oath was that? To never fuck another woman? To die lonely and miserable? You don't even give a damn that all this is a lie, Moors. So now what?
The old bear will decide your fate.
Horseshit! There's only one punishment for what I've done. I won't let myself end up like Gorold.
Are you resisting arrest?
I bloody well am. At least the gods are giving me a chance to end with a fight.
Moors?
The rest are trustworthy. I've nothing to say against them.
Thank you for your help. Not a single traitor in our ranks, eh? That's too good to be true. I'm going to keep them stewing for a while longer. But thank you all the same for your effort. Whoever turns their back on the Night's Watch betrays 8,000 years of sacrifice. The remains of Gawain and Bartram will be left for the vultures.